running your business as a physical feminine being in your feminine energy and still having this radiant feminine essence, and having a business during this phase needs adjustments. So today we're going to dive into how to align your body and your business to luteal phase specifically of your hormones, so it still feels so nourishing, so empowering. You're still moving the needle towards your goals and your dreams while honoring your physical feminine vessel. It's so easy to live in a world with men and try to keep up with men in the way that they do. They're very forward driven and like same routine every day, get up, do this. As women, we are just not the same. And in fact, our intuition, our portal actually opens up more in menstruation. So luteal phase leading up is like our body is getting ready for this purge, this release, this opening, and our body needs to slow down. But what does that mean when you have a business as a woman? Most women are just pushing through and they're just running their businesses like men, and that's great. I love them, but this is not for them. I do not build my business that way. I do not help women run their families and their business and their life in that way of just like moving forward. There's a time and place for pushing through and pushing edges, but we need to listen to our body and adjust. Slowing down does not mean stopping. So today let's dive into some areas that will help you align your life and your business to your luteal phase specifically. And if you don't know me, I'm Ashley. I help women step into their power of their feminine essence to radiate confidence to go after what they desire, while also creating this sexual polarity between them and their man, or if they're single and they're dating, and to really own what they desire in life while still aligning their physical vessel to their holistic routines to support their hormones, their gut health, and their cortisol. So let's dive into today of how we're going to align our business as women to our luteal phase, because our luteal phase is so special. And if you don't know, I'm sure you realize when your body starts to slow down a little bit and you're just like, you so badly want to keep going. Speaking from personal experience, like sometimes I'm just like, oh, I have so much to do still. Like, I don't want to slow down. But once we learn how to slow down and honor luteal phase, we actually speed up because we become so much more attuned of what actually needs to get done. And it's such an important phase of our cycle to tap in and to reorganize and restructure our business. So let's dive in. Number one, coming from a girl who has her whole life been like a fitness girl, like in the gym every day, die hard, work out hard. I used to do like multiple workouts like a day. Oh my gosh, I hate to even admit that. Back in the day, I was like psychotic with my workouts. And then I went through a whole hormone healing journey because I gained 30 pounds. And if you haven't seen my story, go watch Instagram. I post about it all the time. And ever since then, I adjust my body to my workouts, especially because I've really calmed and reset my nervous system. I do not stress myself out. I don't drink coffee. So during this phase of luteal, we need to slow down our workouts. In fact, science shows that we actually don't really make that much progress with our muscle gains in the gym during this phase. So if you are going to stay in the gym during this time, I would highly suggest just like staying where you're at and not really upping the weight, or even just going for a gentle walk, doing Pilates, doing hot yoga. Sometimes I just even go for walks because my day is so full as a business owner. When we're expending all of our energy in our workouts, it's going to affect our business in luteal phase. And in feminine energetics in business, the more we show up with this radiant, vibrant, like exuberant magnetic energy in our business, the more we're going to thrive. And when we're giving all of our energy to our workouts to change our body, it's just taking away from the energetics of our business. So during luteal phase, I would highly invite you to tap into like, what does my body really need today? Like today I just went for a gentle walk. Yesterday I went for a gentle walk. But then I had this intuition of like, tomorrow I really want to lift some weights. So tap into your body of what it's really needing during this time. This will ultimately support your business, especially if you ever come from like you're feeling too drained, but then you're hard on yourself of like, oh, but I didn't get in the gym today. And like, let that go. Let the whole checklist of workouts go. Like, just as long as you are moving your body, do some stretching, do some sit-ups, go for a walk. Like, why don't you dance? Just like move your body during this time. It will support your business in more ways than you can imagine. I got my little handy notes so I don't forget anything to tell you. Number 2 is creating more spaciousness. Trust me, this took a long time for me, coming from real estate where I have like PTSD. I did have PTSD from real estate. I'm not gonna lie, like that's such an intense career. Coming out of it, I had to really reset my nervous system because most of the time we feel like it's not safe as women, as business owners, to create spaciousness. And this is like one of the first things that I help my clients with in Radiant Woman, my program, is to create that spaciousness. So let's say if you work in a 9-to-5 job and like things are being put on your desk all day, and say you're starting to be really overwhelmed by what's going on at work, before picking up the next task or going into the next meeting, create this like little spaciousness. Like even notice how I'm closing my eyes right now and going into my body. I'm just like breathing into my heart. I'm just taking a breath. Just take a breath, spaciousness. Like don't jump from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Like if you notice in follicular phase, the time right after your period, you have so much energy. Like it's so easy to like get things done and going. In luteal phase, we're just not built that way. Our body needs more time to keep up. So creating this spaciousness will really help calm your nervous system. It'll help keep your body regulated. So whatever you're doing, like say you're about to go do errands during luteal phase and you have a lot to get done, before you get out of the car, just allow yourself to sit and take a few deep breaths. This will serve your nervous system in your business during luteal phase so much. Think about it right now. Like what is one way you can create more spaciousness when your body's feeling kind of tired or it wants to move a little bit slower, but you have a lot on your plate? That's where you want to apply it first. 3 is prioritizing sleep. And I think we should always be prioritizing sleep, but during luteal phase, to really support our business and tap into our intuition, which supports the feminine energy in business, of being able to use our intuition to see, okay, what's the next thing that wants to get done? Where do my energy want to go now? Like we need good sleep as women. So I don't know if during luteal phase, I have some teas that really help get a good night's sleep. I take like this cortisol supplement that is amazing. I can link it also below. I have a whole sleep thing that I'm just gonna link below that I do all the time. But maybe you need like an extra hour before bedtime to really get into like sleep state with your red light and reading and calming your body, like really, and then make sure you're getting at least 8 hours of sleep, 7 minimum. Luteal phase, you need a lot of sleep. That way when you wake up, you feel so well nourished, and then waking up, allow that spaciousness before you jump into your business. So luteal phase is like this softness, this ease, lots of rest, but not stopping. I still during luteal phase work about 10 to 12 hours, but I move a lot slower, and I just technically don't get as much done than I do in like follicular ovulation, because I just need a little bit more time to get my body into the next task. And whatever you're doing in your business is your transmission into the world. So we want to be supporting our body in our luteal phase to stay regulated and not feel like we're giving from an unfilled cup. The next one, during luteal phase, it is such a great time to start to tap into visualization, manifestation, really reflecting on what's working in your business, what's not working in your business. Since we are slowing down, it allows our bodies to tap in to the systems or the way that things are feeling. Like maybe, just for example, you start to think, okay, where does my business not feel as like yummy and juicy and like totally aligned as I would want it to be? Maybe my website needs, I need to fix the copy a little bit because I feel like my embodiment has changed a little bit. Let's do that this week. Or, you know, I'm really not liking the cover photos of my offerings. I think I'm gonna change that this week. Or maybe you work in an office and you're like, my desk is not portraying beauty or feminine essence. Like, how can I bring in some flowers to really support my feminine energy in this office? Maybe some like cute little lights. Like, how can I readjust my business during this time? This is such a great time to really reflect and go inward and see what's working, what's not working, and what you want to call in and what you need to take out. The next one is self-care. We really want to prioritize self-care during this time. I know during follicular ovulation, I don't know about you, but I am so in love with my business that I prioritize self-care all the time. Like Self-care, I want to say, is like a part-time job for me as a feminine embodiment teacher, coach. Like, I have to nourish my body and stay so grounded and deep in my body. During luteal phase, you might need even more than you are comfortable with. You might need to take the bath in the morning and not just at night. You might need to do lymphatic drainage a little bit more that week. Like, really start to tap into your body of like, what does my body need? What would make it feel so good? This is why I not only teach business, but I teach hormones, I teach sexual polarity. All of it goes into the entire feminine being. Self-care is you putting your self-care, you're putting yourself first. You are caring for yourself. It is so crucial during luteal phase because, as you notice, during luteal phase, we feel a little bit bloatier. Our skin starts to get more dry. Like, we need different nourishment. We're hungrier. Our body is saying, hey, can you bring your attention inward? I need more time. And as business owners, it can be so easy to want to give outside of us to the business, but we can't give from a full cup to our business to bring our business up and fill it up if we're not filled up. Luteal phase as a business owner also is a great time to set boundaries. I usually don't really go out too much during my luteal phase. I'm not like as social, like I will, but it's not like a time for me, like I want to go dancing. That's not always the case. Like, once your hormones and your cortisol and your gut and everything is balanced, like, you're gonna have a lot more energy. Like, I am a few days out of my period and I just did a whole feminine embodiment dance session rather than like a slow movement. I was like dancing and moving and so excited, but I spend so much time caring for myself that I'm filled up. But boundaries, saying no to things so you're not overexpending your energy outside of your business. I think there's some miscommunication in feminine energetics with business is that we don't work as hard as men. We do, we just do it differently. We know how to preserve our energy. So saying no to things that don't feel truly aligned during this time will serve you, your clients, your business, your money, like just the way that you show up. So where can you say no to more things that don't feel truly aligned during this time in support to your vessel and your business? Because your business is essentially like an entity. It's like a person. Like, you have to pour into it and love it and nurture it for it to grow. And as women, we are so good at that, the whole nurturing and loving it, but we just need to do it in a very intentional way. And that's by saying no to things that are not serving us during that time when we don't have as much energy in our battery to give. And lastly, this one goes with all phases of your cycle, but I really want to put it in right now, is creating rituals. Like, the way you get up in the morning, how you drink your water, like what does your morning routine look like? What does your feminine embodiment practice look like? What does your nighttime look like? What does it look like before you get on a call? What does it look like when you're moving through frustration and anger in your business? Like, what are your rituals that support your day and your feminine energy in your business? Because your energy is always pouring over into your business. So really look at the rituals. I also help women in my Radiant Women program create these to help them support them not only in business, but their partnership and their kids and love and friendships and sisterhood and confidence. Like, you need rituals to support you. As women, we just love that self-nourishment. So I want to keep it pretty simple today because these are just easy things for you to apply and change right now. But your luteal phase is such a beautiful time for you to nourish yourself, to slow down just a little bit. Don't stop, but to slow down so your business can breathe and expand. This is a time to really go in and take care of yourself, see in your business what's working, what's not working, really, so it can get bigger, so you can hold more. The more you pour into yourself, the more capacity your nervous system will have, and the more your business feels good, the more you want to receive it, and both of you will start to grow and widen together. So I hope that helps. If you have any topics that you are curious about, please drop them in the comments, reach out to me. If you want to know any of my offerings, the link is in my bio under offerings. And I also have a beautiful Radiant Woman program. I only take a few clients at a time. So if that interests you, check it out. If not, there might be a wait list, but I love you and I will see you next time.